you know, with a common kitchen, you know, and they can stay up here for their 3, 4, 12-hour shifts, drive back home for the weekend. That's pretty easy. We got a builder right here. You got a realtor right here. We'll make it happen. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
This might sound harsh, but the first thing an illegal alien did was break the law coming into our country. And that shows disrespect to our country. And so that's a problem. How to prevent squatting in homes? We need to all be good neighbors, and we need to all look out for our neighbors. If we've got a neighbor who has a vacation home or is here part-time, maybe we've got some elderly folks that fly for the winter down to Arizona and come up here in the summer, we need to keep our eyes on and help each other out. And if we see something suspicious, we need to take pictures. Pictures are requested by law enforcement because it helps them document what's happening. And then call the sheriff. It may take them a while to get there, but if you can report it quickly, they haven't got that, quote, squatting status yet. So that's for homes. For the National Forest Service, they can only camp in one spot for two weeks. And I live in the middle of the forest, so I see a lot of interesting stuff going on. But if I see somebody there I usually take a little note when I see a obvious homestead popping up. If they're there more than 2 weeks, I call the Forest Service. And they remove them, because if they stay longer, they're going to end up producing a lot of trash, and it's going to be a lot of mess, and it's going to be a more costly burden down the road. Tiny homes, well, no. We don't house lawbreakers, but we do recognize the need for housing, and we use some of our American Rescue funds to buy a bunkhouse for our sheriff's deputies. So we've already done what you recommended. And it is a 8-bedroom place. It should be up later this summer in Fairplay. It's got a central kitchen and living room, 4 bedrooms on each side, bathroom. It can be segregated off for women. It's for our deputies to stay. If we have an event, dispatch can stay. If we've got emergency services with an emergency council situation stood up, they could stay there, take naps. So we do have that, because we know everybody has to drive pretty far to get where they live. Even living within the county, it's an hour and a half, best case scenario, for me to get here from my house. And this is my district. So if you just look at that as part of our reality, we're really trying to help solve that problem with money that was of course, tax money, but the federal government gave it to us, and we tried to use it in a really meaningful way. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, the timer is looking at the clock. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop and give these wonderful people a great hand. Let's give them a hand. We're going to let them have a closing for you, and then we'll try to clean up and move on. And again, we want to thank you. I want to leave you with one thing. I listen to a lot of different things. I try to do a lot of reading and resources, so I have a wide spectrum. And I listen to a lot of conservative media. And I heard this on the radio, I think it was Tuesday. It was on the Bill O'Reilly show. And the Sean Hannity show, and he has O'Reilly on every once in a while. And I heard this comment, and I thought it was about the most prophetic I ever had, besides my shirt. Okay? The shirt is for purpose. Right? We don't like Sleepy Joe. But O'Reilly said, you have to vote for Trump or don't vote. Your self-preservation is at stake. So that's the message that Bill O'Reilly, the simple man, said. And I've never heard that, and it frankly surprised me. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's what we're facing. Our county, our state, our nation, we must step up and do what's right. And so I ask you to listen to these folks. And with that, let's go Jason, Wally, Amy. You have the floor, sir.
So, just closing statements. Listen, guys, I will tell you 100% that I believe I can make a great candidate for this county. I believe that when it comes to some of the issues we face in our government, right, is that fourth branch that nobody really wants to talk about. It's that bureaucrat branch that controls every one of our lives on a daily basis. And it's very, very difficult to deal with that. That is something that we can start working on and trying to push back. What people don't realize is our county, it should be the largest portion of the government involved in our lives. Plain and simple. The state, less than our county, and the federal government, even less than that. And we're at the complete opposite of that. That is a huge issue that we have. I'm very passionate about politics as far as seeing what's going on in life. Never want to be a politician. Don't have no desire for it. Public servant, absolutely. Don't want to do this for the rest of my life. 4 to 8 years, absolutely. Happy to. But the problem is you have so many people getting in there. And that is what they do. That's their life. And there's people that do that and can actually function fairly well, but the vast majority become very corrupt. Right? Vast majority. The biggest thing that I can put to you is I'm just going to tell you this. As far as our county, this is a beautiful county. I love our country. Great country. State, been here nearly my whole life. But this county is my heart. This is where it's at. I've been here and raised my family here. It's very important to me. I will tell you this, and this I'll just throw this out as a little closing quote that I think is very important for everybody to kind of hear. And may not mean nothing to some people, but the truth is when you lose your money, you've lost nothing. You lose your health, you've lost something. When you lose your character, you've lost everything. And that's something that I dearly believe we cannot do, is lose our character. So, thank you.
We were in big trouble, folks. We were in big trouble. As Jason said, it's been a flip-flop. We should be the cornerstone of everything that goes on in our lives. And it's not, People, 9 people telling us how to live our lives, rules and regulations. You can't even build a house anymore without, jumping through so many hoops. Is it even worthwhile? We need you folks to help us make the difference. And I want to live here. I want to finish it out here. I'm here because I want to. It's a tough place to live. I remember driving home from college at Western State in the wintertime, having to hold my door open to find the center line to get home. And it wasn't snowing. It was somebody else's county snow blowing here and going to the next county. Right? But oh man, we just love it here, and we want to stay here. So help us as commissioners make those changes. Yeah, it's not about the money. It's about who we are and our heritage and our love of country. And this is our place to finish it out in. And we need your help to do that. Thank you.
I'm passionate about our founding principles, and I was actually chair for the El Paso County Tea Party from about 2009 to 2011, teaching people about our founding principles, the Constitution, and limited government. And I use those documents and Federalist Papers as my foundation for making decisions. And that is where my heart is, and that's what I use as a measuring stick to serve you. I believe that you trade a part of your life for every dollar you earn. You go and to work, you invest your time, and every dollar you earn represents a part of your life. When we ask for more taxes, we're asking for a part of your life, and I don't want another part of your life. I want you to guys have as much life as you can. That means we need to apply fiscal responsibility and really be very frugal with how we determine how to run this county and what we do for any future decision making. And just to throw this out, I believe in grassroots rulemaking. We need to hear from you. We serve you. You guys are the government. And your input helps us determine what we all want this county to be. We're going to be working on a new strategic master plan where it is a scoping document of how we vision the county for 5 to 10 years into the future. We need to hear from all of you, because you get to decide what this county gets to be into the future. And I just want to say I'm looking forward to the general election, where I will have the ability to show the contrast between my principles and beliefs and my opponents. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our evening. We're going to try and get out of here by 8 o'clock, right?
We must.
We must get out by 8 o'clock. So we thank you. If we don't get to talk to you, we thank you even more.
We need new tables and chairs.
Joyce.
I'd like to just take a moment and give a round of applause to this church, Shepherd.
Yes. Yes.